Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Thomas at Home. I'm really excited for today's episode because we're looking at one of my favorite Thomas movies, The Great Discovery. So, let's get into it. Before I actually go any further, I would like to point out that I'm using a new microphone to record the audio, so if it gets a little louder at parts or a little more quiet at points, that's why. I'm either getting really close to the microphone like this, or I'm really far away like this. But anyways, let's get into it. So this was released direct to DVD on September 9th of 2008. This was the second direct to DVD Thomas special, and it holds up pretty well. This is a really great looking film. It's the last farewell for the model series because everything after this was in CGI. Now you could argue that season 12 was models, but that was more of a hybrid. And I kind of want to forget about season 12. I think we all do. But anyways, let's take a look at The Great Discovery even more. So, yeah. I really like how the colors contrast. I love this orange. It looks a bit jarring compared to Colonial Engines, which is a very basic cover, now that I'm thinking about it. Although we did have that cool border. This is a pretty cool cover as well. So, I believe these are compasses along the corner here. These, instead of compasses down here, there are screenshots from the movie. And then we got, what is that? North, northeast, and I probably think west and south and whatever is also around here. So yeah, we got the Thomas logo up there, The Great Discovery, the movie. I think this is the first time that we actually get the movie on here, because I don't think Colonial Engines had the movie on there, but this will be on every single Thomas movie until Big World Big Adventures. Minus The Adventure Begins, because that's not really a movie. But anyways, I really like the logo here. I really like this as a compass. It looks pretty cool. I also love this promo of Thomas coming out of the woods. Looks really nice. A roller coaster ride of a movie from Sir Topham Hatt. That's a pretty cool little inclusion they put down there. There's a little screenshot from Thomas when the bridge almost collapses. And then Thomas, Percy, and Stanley. So yeah, overall, really, really nice cover. If you look on the side here, Hit Entertainment, Thomas and Friends, you really see that shadow behind the logo. That's interesting there. The Great Discovery, the movie, Thomas from the front. And this is something that's not new. We have seen this before. We saw this last week, but in terms of the official timeline, this is brand new. This is the first time that Lionsgate puts out a Thomas product, because after this, Lionsgate will put out every Thomas DVD until, I believe, Engines to the Rescue is the first Universal one. Yeah, I don't have that, so I wouldn't know. That's a very difficult one to find. But yeah, here we are on the back. We continue with that nice orange color scheme here. Logo again. The Great Discovery, a heartwarming new adventure about friendship and cooperation. Nell Minogue, the movie mom. I have seen this person before on, what is it? Common Sense Media. Yeah, she's more of a children's movie reviewer. Got a little description here. I really like this picture of Thomas here where he's falling off the... That's not really like a hill or anything. It's just an elevated part of track. And then I love this screenshot because it's so hilarious. It's everybody looking sad, but there's balloons everywhere. I guess they just wanted a really nice group shot. But, oh my, I'm just realizing this right now. Edward's not there. Everybody's there, even Emily, but Edward's not there. You think he would be like right behind Gordon there, but he's not. Interesting. Yeah, special features, You're the Leader music video and karaoke, Learn with Thomas, and that's a really cool feature right there, behind the scenes with Pierce Brosnan. I would also like to mention that Pierce Brosnan is narrating the film, which is a nice change from stupid Michael Brandon and Michael Angelis. Rest in peace, Michael Angelis, we will miss you. But yeah, I will talk more about Pierce in a minute, but yeah, he's good. He's very good, but I'll get more in depth later. We got Stanley down there. We got Thomas. Same link from last week. Some information on there. It's rated G? Huh. That's interesting. The Thomas movies aren't usually rated. That's kind of funny. Yeah, Hit Entertainment and Lionsgate. There's also a little sticker or like price tag on here. I don't know if this is qualifying for like a discount or something. I got this at a Goodwill. Gosh, a couple months ago. I think it was in September that I got this. So maybe that's from the Goodwill, but I don't remember. Maybe somebody else got this from a retail store for a discounted price, but I'm not sure. Oh, that was hard to open. But yeah, return of the colored cases. These will stay on for a couple more weeks. Actually, no, one more week, next week, with Here Are the Rails. But yeah, I love, love, love these blue covers. Or cases, excuse me. I have seen versions of this that do have a black cover. I think the blue ones are actually a bit more rare. These are the original copies, I know. But black ones, they seem pretty common. You open it up here. Oh, mine's not pushed in all the way. There you go. I was watching this earlier today because I wanted to refresh my memory on the movie. But yeah, you get to see more of Thomas from the front there, so that's pretty cool. And then we got a little booklet in here, which is pretty cool. Well, not really a booklet, it's just a piece of paper. Friends and Favorites, all new on DVD. The Best of Barney, On Site, Bob's World meets the real... Okay, that makes sense. I read that kind of weird. Fireman Sam to the Rescue, and some Halloween hit episodes. Yeah, see Thomas right front and center. He's massive. That is the pack scale Thomas, and he's big. And then there's the back. There's nothing there. It's a very cheap paper, so... if you're wondering, it's not anything special. I would like to mention that copies that came out in 2008 did have slipcovers. They were really cool. I'm pretty sure they were embossed, but they had a little sticker down here that said narrated by Pierce Brosnan, and that's pretty valuable right there. So if you have that, good for you. And then there were also versions of this that, let me open it back up. You actually got two discs. You got the just normal standard disc here, and then I believe it was not the soundtrack of the movie, not the score, like the stuff by Robert Hartshorn, but I believe the songs. Yeah, it was the songs from the movie all on one disc, so you could play it in your car if you really wanted to. Oh, well, I don't have that. I believe it was either a Walmart or a Toys R Us exclusive. I believe it was a Walmart. But yeah. Oh, let me just focus it a little more. There we go. So yeah, that's really all for The Great Discovery. If you haven't seen this movie, you're really missing out, because this is a really fun Thomas movie. It's treated very seriously, and I like that. It's more, I wouldn't say mature, but it's a lot better. It's way better than the previous two movies, which are very much aimed to kids. This is still aimed for kids, but it's got a smarter plot, I would say. Some of the dialogue is a little stupid, because this is when Sharon Miller became the head writer with this movie, and she did write it, and there are scenes and lines of dialogue that are just really stupid, but overall, the general plot is amazing. I want to briefly touch upon the model work. That is fantastic. The modeling team they're great. The modeling team has always been great for Thomas, and this movie really shows. It looks great. Even in the 4:3 aspect ratio, I don't think I pointed this out earlier, but we're still in the full screen era, guys. We're not going to leave the full... Actually, this is the final full screen Thomas release, I believe. Or, not Thomas release. Special release. I believe Here Are the Rails is in widescreen now. So, that's pretty cool. I'll have something nice to look at next week when I'm watching the movie back. Yeah, I really enjoy all the characters in this movie. The only new character introduced is Stanley right down there. And Stanley's he's a pretty standard, average Thomas character, but I like the threat, not only the threat, but I guess you could say threat that he poses to Thomas. I mean, he's not really bigger than Thomas like they point out in the movie. But, I mean, he could give Thomas a run for his money. I mean, they do this trope like every single movie. They do it. They did it with Neville in season 9. They do it with Ryan. They do it with Ashima, and they do it with Nia. Where it's like, oh, they're bigger than me and they're gonna take Annie and Clarabelle. Yeah, he takes them in this movie, and then it gets really old. But I'm not here to complain. I'm here to praise this movie. Yeah, the characters are very nice. Thomas is probably at his best in the hit era in this movie. He was terrible last movie, but this movie he actually feels like a genuinely good character. I don't know if that's Sharon Miller being smart for a change, but Thomas is pretty well done in the movie. It is basically like Toy Story with trains, but I think it works out pretty nice. I briefly said that I want to talk about Pierce Brosnan. Here's the thing about Pierce Brosnan. It really depends on what kind of person you are. If you like the lighter, calmer, George Carlin-esque narration of Thomas, I think you'll enjoy Pierce Brosnan, but if you really like the more action-packed, like, vibrant narration that like Alec Baldwin gives and that really early Michelangelos gave, you probably won't be a huge fan of him. But I like both. I love George Carlin, he's my favorite. I love Alec Baldwin. I don't love Pierce Brosnan, but I think he suffices. I think Pierce Brosnan does a fine job as a narrator. I don't think I would have liked him as much in the CGI series or even the series in general, but he's still a very nice voice to listen to. And he's James Bond, come on, you gotta like him then. So, yeah. The music is also really nice in this movie. Robert Hartshorn did a really good job. The songs, some of the catchiest Thomas songs ever. I love the song at the beginning. What's the one called? Jobs Aplenty, that's a really good one. All the songs are really good. Thomas, You're the Leader, all really good songs. But that's really all for The Great Discovery, and guys, we are now finished with the model series. I know it was only 3 weeks. There's only 3 Model Thomas specials, not counting the UK trip, but that was never given an English dub. But yeah, next week we are going to enter the CGI era with Hero of the Rails, which is going to be interesting, to say the least. I have some interesting thoughts about the movie. I know a lot of people love the movie. Some people don't like it. I'll tell you what I think next week. But yeah, we're still in the specials here. I'm getting really excited to look at the just episode DVDs so we actually get to the roots of what this series is supposed to be, where I dissect the DVD and say, what's wrong with this? What episode should be on here? Should I change the poster art? I mean, these are just the movies. You don't got to change anything. I mean, I would have put more bonus features on here, but I don't really care. I'm just here to buy the movie. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really excited to talk about Hero of the Rails next week because I have some pretty interesting points about it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next week. And also, before I go, let me know what you thought of this new microphone for all you nerds out there. It is the Blue Yeti Blackout version. Just if you're wondering, I mean, I was really excited to get this, so yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.